Well, it's the year 2016 and I've just been made aware that Dragon Ball is getting a sequel. Well, I think it's the year 2016, don't at me, it was a long time ago, get off my dick. But my cousin came at me, he said, hey, remember Dragon Ball, that little show we used to watch when we were younger? It's coming back out. And by now I'm a huge fucking weeb, so I'm the first one to jump on that shit. I'm going on it immediately. So I check it out and I'm like, okay, looks promising. And the animation changed a little bit, you know, it got a little bit more modern. I didn't really like it, but I said, fuck it, it's Dragon Ball, right? Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball, so we watching it. So fast forward until the movie comes out. I'm liking the fuck out of it, I'm not gonna lie. I see a bald cat, I'm like, okay. I see Goku getting exiled, getting straight hands, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This shit is kinda lit. You know, you got a new enemy, and we love seeing enemies rock main characters because that means the main character has to pull some bullshit power up, and we're gonna get hyped because of the power up. So I'm like, okay, Super Saiyan 3 is out the window. What's next? Well, what comes next I didn't really like, and I'm not gonna say I hated it, but Super Saiyan God was something I was like a little underwhelmed about. I thought it was fine at first. It was something new, so I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, that's pretty much all I had to say about that, because I was expecting some Super Saiyan 4, let's be honest, we all were. Everybody who watched GT was expecting to see Super Saiyan 4, but we got God, and that's cool because it came with some new powers. So fast forward into the anime, and this is where my disappointment, my depression, my anxiety really kicks through the roof. Well, I open up that first episode and I see the animations and cue the memes. If you were there, you know the travesty that happened when the first episode of Dragon Ball Super the anime came out. Oh my goodness, the fucking screenshots that were taken that day was equivalent to a mass disaster of disastrous proportion. I could not even wrap my mind around how someone could get that and then put it out as a show as big as Dragon Ball, a show over the big three. How could you butcher it that much? But it was butchered that much, so I moved past it. Next episode is gonna be better for sure after they see the mass dislike of the first one, right? Next one, nah. Third one, nah. Fourth one, nah. And then, after a long, wait time, Super Saiyan Blue was announced with the trailer. Now, we all saw Frieza, and we saw Frieza and his little gold shit in the trailer. Now, we didn't really give a fuck. I cared about what that blue dandruff shit was. Now, here's where my issue really comes in, because how the fuck am I supposed to find this man intimidating if he looks like a blue bubblegum lollipop piece of shit? Now, am I the only one who had that reaction, or did you actually like that? My query wasn't really with the fact that it was just Super Saiyan with blue. Why Super Saiyan Blue? Because red was okay, because we had, in my mind, I equated it to Super Saiyan, not Super Saiyan, but Kaioken, right? Kaioken was hard. You went hard in Kaioken. Red is a color of aggression. Why the fuck would you pick blue? For a form. I could eat this nigga, pause, but why the fuck would you make it blue? And I don't understand. I don't understand why. You just made him blue with the Super Saiyan hair. Now, Super Saiyan at this point in the story is already seen as that nigga on the block who can't fight. Nobody uses Super Saiyan anymore except Goten and Trunks, and that's because that's the only form they can go to. So why in the fuck would you give him suit? That downplays the form already. Base form was okay, it's like hard because he's like in base, but he's not in base. He's super nigga. He's about to box somebody. But Super Saiyan is pretty much like the weakest form you can take. And then you chose that, and then you put the weakest color palette you could take. And then you put this form up against some of the weakest people you could take. Now, what do I mean by that? You know Krillin? Like literally Krillin? Why in the fuck would you put Blue up against Krillin in the first place? I don't give a fuck if he was holding back. That's like fighting your 2-year-old brother and saying you were holding back. No, I'm focused on the fact that you fought him in that form. Like what are you doing? What are you doing? Now everybody is gonna, when they remember that form, they're gonna think Krillin. Why would you fight the weakest nigga in the group? Like you couldn't go for like your son, Gohan? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And then we go on and we see other arcs. Black arc was cool, I guess. But then we go on and we go into the Tournament of Power arc. All these no-name ass, Yo Gabba Gabba ass, Team Umizumi ass villains, and you think I'm supposed to be scared of them or some shit? Like I'm supposed to, you're fighting them and you're winning, but who are they? Who are they? And then the fandom is like, oh, but the scaling makes him basically super. I don't give a fuck. He is nobody. This man has no credibility, no name in the streets. I am not giving a single fuck about what his power level is. I care about who he is. It's not about the size of the balls in the man. It's about the balls and the size of the you get what I'm talking about. I don't give a fuck about none of this. I don't give a fuck about any of Dragon Ball Super. The only arc that I cared about was Moro, and the ending got kind of whack. And then I cared about Granola in like the first 2 chapters. And then all of that got whacked. How the hell you got a elephant man with tusks that is somehow Jamaican? I don't get it. I don't get it. Pulling weapons out his ass and wishing for power. He's a stripper. He's a stripper for power level. Why are you wishing for power? Now let's be honest. Everybody wanted power. Frieza wanted power. Vegeta wanted power. Immortality, whatever you want to call it. But the fact that he did it. The fact that he did it is what, like, you actually did it. They didn't get a chance to do it, so they not some hoes yet. You the hoe, because you actually did it. But yeah, I just don't understand it. I never got the hype behind Dragon Ball Super. I couldn't get behind it, and I've tried to hop on the hype train. But I think I'm just somebody who sees the negative before the positive. So that's me, and I call it out. Like, I try to enjoy something. I try to enjoy it. Like, for me, the Dragon Ball Super anime, I skipped about half of it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would watch the first of the episode and I'm like, I physically cannot do it anymore. I just picked up the manga and read through, which is kind of stupid, because, not stupid on me, but stupid on them, because half the manga doesn't even equate to the anime. Like, can we talk about that? It's literally not even the same thing. So if I watch the manga and then I talk to an anime watcher, we're basically talking about 2 different things, 2 different canons, 2 different shows. Because Kefla was getting boxed up by UI in the anime. But then she wasn't any more of a match for, like, she was on the same level as Gohan in the manga, which makes more sense. But then you have these people actually equating her to a godly technique when she learned Super Saiyan 2 like 2 seconds ago, because the Tournament of Power is like 30 minutes, right? So how long did it take this motherfucker to learn Super Saiyan 2? See, it's all stupid. Dragon Ball Super is stupid, and it's trash, and it's garbage. And if you don't like it, I was gonna put a disclaimer in this video, but after going through everything I've said, I literally just can't. I can't fix my lips to say, don't take this personally, because if you take this personally, I don't know, you might have the brain of a walnut. But yeah.